referendum or not, can you tell us your position, whether you support the removal of the Privy Council as Jamaica's final court, and if so, when?
My position is that Jamaica should have its own local court as its final appellate court.
Blessings, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. And in this one, CMU $50 million fraud takes a shocking turn after public prosecution revealed that 15% of the witnesses in the alleged fraud are nowhere to be found. As well as the toll charges are coming next month for the Williamsfield Highway. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please to support the membership of the channel, only a small fee per month. Now, ABR family and viewers, the 6-year-long awaited alleged CMU $50 million fraud that involves Ruel Reid, a former Minister of Education, his wife, his daughter, another hierarchy of CMU, and a councillor of the Jamaica Labour Party, Kim Brown Lawrence, has finally reached somewhere. It was reported by mainstream media that the multi-million-dollar fraud case is set to go to trial beginning October 6, 2025. But here's where it took another big turn. The prosecutor basically saying that 15% of witnesses missing in Ruel Reid's trial. And so, the multi-million-dollar fraud case involving former Education Minister Senator Ruel Reid cannot be located, but the trial will commence in 3 weeks as scheduled. Prosecutors reveal that they have about 97 witnesses to rely on, and with 15%, that's approximately about 14 persons cannot be found. But nevertheless, they have the other 80 other witnesses. Hence, they will not delay the 6-year-old case any longer. Same has had some hiccups with toxic effect on the availability of those 14 persons. But nevertheless, we seen Ruel Reid last year showed up at a Jamaica Labour Party conference stating that he is a free agent. We also heard Kim Brown Lawrence basically stating that, she was not charged, but then she has to report to the police station. So I don't understand. Hear what Ruel Reid said last year.
How have you been?
You notice I'm very well. I'm very well.
The Jamaican people haven't seen a lot of you recently. They haven't heard a lot from you. I'm sure they'd like to hear from you. How have you been?
I thought you were here at the Israel conference. So that's what we're here for. To remind Jamaicans that Jamaica Labour Party is the best government for Jamaica. So I'm here to do whatever I can to make sure that the Labour Party returns and get a third term, the historic third term.
So, sounds to me like you're still a member of the Jamaica Labour Party and you're campaigning.
I've never left. I have never stopped campaigning. Never left, never stopped campaigning.
But Mr. Reid, given the legal, issues you've been having, do you think it is wise to be seen publicly with, associated with the Labour Party at this particular time?
I don't even know why I asked that question. I am a free agent, and all political parties are public institutions, and I still vote. Voted in the local government election. I have a vote. So I don't understand that question, frankly.
This particular conference, why did you choose this particular one to make an appearance? Is that you're trying to help show support for Mrs. Holness?
I think you obviously are misinformed. I have been all over the place. You probably haven't seen him, but I have been all over.
Tell us a little bit about your case specifically. What can you tell us?
No, but I can't discuss that. I can't discuss. I have no comment on that.
All right, let's discuss another issue then. The Jamaica Labour Party appears to have lost some ground against the People's National Party over the last year and a half. Are you concerned as a member of the Jamaica Labour Party about the direction in which things are going?
No, not. I mean, it's a competitive environment, and I believe that any government that is in power will have, from time to time, changing in levels of support. But as the government is now doing, is reconnecting and ensuring that their messaging reach the important people that they need to reach, and mobilize your workers and the support systems, and I'm sure we will be able to overcome the next general election.
When me tell you say Jamaica is too predictable, we know say some hanky-panky did go come talk with this case being drawn out for so many years. 14 witnesses cannot be found. Something can really go so. We heard Anju Oates in the election leadership debate speaking about a final court being in Jamaica. When, where, and how, when so much corruption is rife in Jamaica, Jamaica cannot be trusted to have a final court with so much corrupted people all around. You never hear him come speak out vocally on instances such as this, but him can always keep going back and finsack, but yet still he is unwilling to provide the country with the full finsack report.
Referendum or not, can you tell us your position, whether you support the removal of the Privy Council as Jamaica's final court, and if so, when?
My position is that Jamaica should have its own local court as its final appellate court. But I also do respect the Caribbean Court of Justice, of which we are a part of its original jurisdiction. I will say, however, that on a matter as important as this, that forms the architecture of our nation, the people must be consulted. And that is why I put in place a process that would begin these consultations in a practical and phased basis, a process which has been thwarted by the opposition. Now, the leader of the opposition raises questions about democracy. On one hand, he does not want to consult. He wants the government to just act without consulting with the people, but then turns around and says that we are the ones undermining democracy. The leader of the opposition must be consistent. Democracy requires us to consult the people on these critical matters.
Mr. Golding?
Yes, Mr. Holness, shortly before the visit of Prince William to Jamaica, became a member of the King's Privy Council. So one has to wonder how he was choosing Jamaica when he did that. Anyway, to answer the question, we want to follow the Constitution, and the Constitution has been ruled by the Privy Council as the highest court as not requiring a referendum for the decision as to whether or not the CCJ should become the final court replacing the Privy Council. And that is what we think ought to be done. No other country that has moved away from the Privy Council has had a referendum to do so, and there are good reasons for that.
And just to add, lest we forget that in less than about a week, they have to appoint a new director of public prosecutions. And we have heard one prospective person to be a Jamaica Prince. And we know how it come down where she's concerned, where the statute of limitation has always been running out. And she's always handing down a no charge when it comes to Anju Oates. So, I guess she is waiting in the wings as the other two prospective prosecutors. And so what is your take on this? Who will the new director of public prosecutions be? Drop your comments in the comment section. The third term is in full swing, and a Stephen Edwards, the managing director at the National Road Operation and Constructing Company, NROCC, who is responsible for the overseeing the design, construction, and maintenance of Jamaica's highway, basically says that plans are in place to basically start up the whole heap of charges for the Williamsfield, highway. So the toll is no longer going to be free starting next month. He says we expect the handover to take place on October 2025, even though there's still some constant issues of, vandalism of the fences leading to the highway where you have a whole heap of cows, moving on to the highway. So I hope they will rectify all of that. But you see it here, the third term in full swing. Remember, motorists, this government wants to collect their $1 billion target for this financial year. So I'm going to take that into consideration. Nevertheless, this is where I end out the video. Please to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop your comments with me what you say. Get this video to at least 7,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself. Happy Tuesday.